Hi there and welcome to the tutorial for Bandm8. So this will be a quick overview of the Bandm8 application. This is the screen you first see when you launch Bandm8. The app is divided into 5 main sections with tabs down the bottom. A band tab, a repertoire tab, a setlist tab, a gigs tab, and a practice player tab. If you start with the band tab, this is where you configure the information about your band. You can edit the name of your band, choose an image for your band, and that image will then be used as a background for all the screens. And you can enter additional information about the band, such as band members. Here I'm going to select a contact from my address book and set up a new band member. If we then select that member, you can enter information such as the position they play at, the email address, and so on. We also have a Facebook button so you can log into your account, an information button for web links, web pages, that sort of thing. And there's also an email button here so you can email the contents of the band data to someone else so they can import it into their copy of Bandm8. Now if you're playing multiple bands, Bandm8 will let you select between them by hitting this button down the bottom right. There you'll see a list of all the bands you're in. Tap, and now the app will be running in the context of that band. Now if we move on to the repertoire tab, you see a list of all the albums that your band plays. We have controls here for editing, where you can reorder your albums. You can delete albums. You can add new albums. And we have a search function. In the search function, if you enter the partial name of a song, you'll be shown matches. You can select one and you'll jump straight to that item. So that's the album screen. Once you've selected an album, you'll be shown a list of all the songs you've currently added to that album. Again, we have buttons for editing, changing order and deleting. We have an add button, so you can add new songs. And we have a copy button, so you can copy this album to another band, or you can copy one of the songs in this album to another album. We can rename the album by tapping here. And we also have a manage button, which lets us email the album to someone else so they can import it into Bandm8, or sort the album by various fields. Now, if we tap on a song, you'll be taken to the song information page. Here you can enter lots of information such as the name, the artist, the length, and the tempo. We also have a tap tempo button, and if you tap that, you can manually enter the tempo. We have a large notes field here, where you can change the font, and bring up a keyboard. Keyboard here allows you to enter notes as if you were playing the piano. Toggle button in the top right switches between sharps and flats. We have delete key, an enter key, and this closes the keyboard. You can also attach images to a song. And we have an additional details page. Here you can enter tunings. We have some presets available. Soloists, vocalists, instruments being played, effects and sound settings, and so on. If you have an AirPrint printer, tapping the print button will allow you to print to that printer. Bandm8 also allows you to attach audio to a song. Here I've already got 2 clips recorded, and I can record up to 5. So here's a clip of audio, and up to 5. There's it playing back. You can email the audio, and that will play in any QuickTime player. You can also attach tracks from your iTunes library. If you select a track from your library, it will then automatically populate the name, artist, and length fields for you. Once you have audio attached, hitting either of the green buttons down the bottom will load up the player with the song ready to go. So that's about it for the repertoire tab. Let's move on to the setlist tab. This looks very similar to the repertoire tab. Here we have a list of your set lists, an edit control for reordering and deleting. You can add new set lists, and we have the search function. If you actually select a set list, here are the songs you've currently added to the set list. You can name the set list, enter some notes, email the set list to someone as an email form, and we have controls for editing the set list, creating a copy of the set list if you want to make minor modifications but don't want to ruin the original, and an add button. Now if we push the add button, that pops you into the repertoire. Select an album and then select the songs you want to add to your set list. Songs that are already in your set list will be in grey, but you can add them again if you want. And here they've appeared at the bottom of your set list. You can then edit them as you need to. The setlist page has two main modes. We have a performance mode and a details mode. In the details mode, if you tap on a song, it takes you to the usual song information screen. This is pretty much identical to before, except some bits and pieces have been disabled, and you now have a stage light slider instead of a print button. However, if we switch to performance mode, if we then tap on a song, we get taken to the performance screen. Here we have a large editable view of your notes. We have an audio player, so you can listen to the first few seconds of the song. Again, we have a stage light, and we also have the silent metronome, which will flash along to your configured BPM. I should point out that in these screens, flicking left or right will take you backwards and forwards to your set list. That also works in the details mode. So there's one last button on this page, and that's the create gig button. If I push that, I can use this set list to create a new gig or add it to an existing gig. I'm going to go ahead and create a new gig and show you the gigs page. So this is the fourth tab. The gigs page is split into two sections, upcoming gigs and past gigs. This is a gig we just created. I'm going to show you this one. On the gig detail page, you can enter information such as the venue of the gig. You can enter a date, a stage time, a door time. You can enter notes, and if you enter an address in the notes field, tapping that button there will allow you to look it up in the Maps application. You can add a calendar appointment using this button. And finally, tapping the Facebook button in the top right will allow you to post something to Facebook. You see the details include time and date. So that's it for the gigs page. Finally, I'll show you the player. The practice player is designed to be used with an instrument in your hand. We have a big friendly scroll bar, play buttons, pause, rewind 20 seconds in case you keep missing that bit and you want to try again, rewind to the start, and jump to the A marker. You place markers simply by tapping the A button or B button. If this loop function is set on, then as you pass the B mark, you'll jump back to the A point. You can store your bookmarks on this page, or tap them to recover them. Clear your bookmarks with that button, and the notes for your song are available here. We have a tuner available with various tunings, and if you want to play any random song, you can get your library from here. So that's about it for Bandm8. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks guys.